To be frank enough at this point, I would like to say that whatever we are provided by the fundamental reality, the reality that we have no access to feel, to touch, but that reality is always there, and. And whatever that fundamental reality has given us in the form of our body, in the form of organs, brain, eyes, they perceive things around. They perceive things surrounding within the limit of resolution that these organs have. Suppose with eyes we see things around, but the point is that we are not seeing it. We are fundamentally being executed. Our organs are executed in such a way that we can perceive certain specific wavelengths of radiation, and that gives us a sense around us. And that's not the end of the story. The story is beyond, and the story is inaccessible at the same time. Here, I would like to go through some fundamental basis of psychology. So whatever that fundamental reality has given us, uh, it is all going to work within the perception of the limits that are out there, the ranges that are out there, the range to see the objects, the range to listen the sound, and the range with which a person can speak. So all of these things are out there. So I would say that this the human experience is shaped by our ability to perceive and interpret the world around us through our senses, and we gain valuable information about our environment, allowing us to interact, learn, and make some decisions. So here I would like to explore the intricate physical processes that underline that can underlie the perception, detailings how our sensory organs, neural networks, and overall brain works in a unison to create our subjective experience of reality. So, to start with vision, this vision is basically the window to the world. We perceive things through this through vision. So vision is our primary sense, providing us with a rich visual representation of the external world, light waves, a reflection of objects entering our eyes, where the cornea and the lens focuses them into the retina. The retina, it has photoreceptors, conical photoreceptors, and some cylindrical receptors. They convert light into some electrical signal, which are then transmitted through the optic nerve to the brain's visual processing areas. So this complex process allows us to differentiate colors, shapes, motion, depth, forming the foundation of our visual perception. Now comes hearing. It is the symphony of sound, and the breeze, the sound of breeze that's coming out, the sound that's out there, and and hearing is another crucial sense that allows us to perceive sound and understand our auditory environment. Sound waves enter our ears, causing vibrations to our eardrums. So these vibrations are then transmitted through middle ear bones to colia, where hair cells convert. Uh, they convert them into some electrical signals. The auditory nerve carries these signals to brain, where they are processed to perceive speech, music, and various sounds, enriching our auditory experiences. So the sense, the hearing sense. So there are some fundamental sensors embedded in our eardrum, and they receive the sound vibrations, and then make some paths through which the sound is transmitted to the brain. So the next important sensational point of organ is the touch. This touch it's the sense of connection, right? It can be a physical touch, or it can be an emotional touch. It can be a touch of phrases. So the sense of touch plays a vital role in our interactions with the world. Sensory receptors in the skin, they detect the pressure, temperature, and pain, sending electrical signals to the brain through the spinal cord. Through touch, we experience textures, we experience temperatures, we experience sensations. And these things are enabling us to navigate our surroundings and interact with objects and other things. Now, taste and smell. The chemically sensitive senses, I would call them. So the senses that are out there, but once there is some kind of interaction with a chemical, there is a reflection of that, and that reflection is transported to the brain, where you feel the taste and smell of the things. So taste and smell are closely linked senses that rely on chemical interactions. Taste buds on the tongue, they detect different taste qualities, such as sweet, sour, salty, and bitter, while olfactory receptors in the nose, they detect various odors. These sensory inputs are transmitted to brain, allowing us to take the flavors of the surroundings, influencing our preferences and memories. Multi-sensory integrations. I mean, the whole picture. So our senses really work in isolation. They really rarely does that. Rather, they collaborate to provide a comprehensive perception of the world. Multisensory integration occurs when the brain combines information from different senses to form a unified perception. See, a kind of beautiful complexity comes in action, where the information comes, and there is superposition of that information taking place, and that superposition leads to some resultant, and that resultant is received by the brain, and the brain is responding to an overall sensation that's out there. It looks very close to an abstract complex wave function, where you can have superposition of different waves, and you can come up with some resultant outcomes. So, so this process enhances our understanding of the world and helps us make senses of complex situation. So we are not helping anything out here. It is the system that is doing its job. And certainly the job is done by the very fundamental reality that's out there. And that's brought everyone in this world. So to conclude this, and to say you have a nice time, the basis of perception it's a marvel of biological and neural processes that enable us to interact with and interpret the external world. Our senses work harmoniously to create a rich and subjective experience of reality. Understanding the physical foundation of perception is essential. It is essential in every field, from psychology to neuroscience to design and human computer interactions. It provides insight into how we experience and engage with our environment. By, by understanding the mechanisms of perception, we can gain a deeper appreciation